Hi everyone, welcome back to Have a Beer with Erik. Happy San Diego Beer Week. Right now we're like right in the middle of Beer Week, and so far I've been able to attend a couple of events, pretty fun events. Varsity Numbers first anniversary, and then I did Ale Smith's Cellar Sale and cellared beers on tap, including their member beers. So that was pretty fun, and I still need to see. I'll probably do a couple of Key de Glass events and maybe McKellar's Viking for a Day event where I'll be where they have member beers on tap for everyone. So we'll see how the rest of the week goes. But for now, let's get on with the review. And so since it's San Diego Beer Week, I wanted to do a big San Diego beer, and this this beer has been causing a lot of trading around and a lot of hype. It's Horus's Proper Dose, his collaboration with the band Story So Far. It's named after their latest album, Proper Dose, and the label is pretty much identical to the album cover. So um, and then for this beer, we have it says Imperial Stout with chocolate, coffee, hazelnuts, and vanilla. And Horace said that this is very similar to his Ghost Hawk's grasp and variants. So in comparing the proper dose to those, he said that so proper dose has more is it the same amount of geisha coffee as what's it called, Ghost Hawk's Grasp. It has more hazelnuts than Ghost Hawk's Grasp. It has more chocolate than Ghost Hawk's Territory, and the same amount of vanilla beans as Ghost Hawk's beans. So that's a pretty big beer. I think the percent was the percentage. Ooh, 13.9%. So this should be pretty fun. Um, I haven't let this beer exactly warm up a little bit yet, but um, so far I've only had this beer once, and it was at a share. And unfortunately, it was the very last beer that I tried, and it was right after a Paisley Cave. For those of you that don't know, Paisley Cave is a big blueberry stout, so I feel like the flavor got kind of lost for this beer. So I wanted to do a proper tasting of it, and since I got some bottles, I figured I might as well do a review, and that's gonna be our beer for review number 38. So, all right. It's very thick. I can just see the beer pouring down, and when it mixes with the beer already in the glass, you can see a lot of viscosity going on there, just like bloop, bloop, kind of like blobs of beer, and I can smell from far away a lot of vanilla and chocolate, and a little bit of the coffee, and then up close. So also we have like no carbonation. I tried to do a bit of a harder pour, but it obviously didn't work. So let's see up close. So we have a lot of coffee and a lot of vanilla going on in that smell up close, and definitely some chocolate in there. The hazelnuts are probably hiding in there somewhere, but I haven't tried any of the Ghost Hawk's Grasp variants. I've only had Ghost Hawk's Grasp, and it was a pretty nice beer, pretty big beer, very hazelnut forward. So we'll see how this beer compares to at least the Ghost Hawk's Grasp. All right, guys, cheers! Happy San Diego Beer Week. Wow, that is super viscous. And it's just like pretty much like fudge going into my mouth. Definitely very coffee and vanilla forward. A good amount of hazelnuts in there, and then more of the roasted malts and the chocolate towards the end. But definitely a huge vanilla beer. Mm. Very pleasant. There's no way it feels like it's 13.9%. Tastes maybe like 9 or 10%. And this is a really nice beer. Um, I was able to get 3 bottles during the online sale, and I traded one for a Paisley Cave and the Resplendent Angel from Bottle Logic. And I love Paisley Cave, so I was okay with the trade. And I'm glad that I still have one more bottle of these because this is honestly fantastic. Probably just gonna keep it maybe a month tops because I think these beers are amazing fresh, and he's already aging some beers in the cellar or in barrels. So I feel like I should let him do the aging, and I'll just drink the beers fresh, just the way they are. Try to get all the flavors as much as possible. Um, so when I heard that, at least for hazelnut, it's best when you drink it early on. Otherwise, the hazelnut falls off pretty quickly, even faster than coffee. So. Wow, that is great. Just rich, like it's kind of like Oreos too. It's like fudge brownies, like Oreos, because you get some vanilla in there, kind of like Oreo brownies. You know when you put like Oreos in the batter, just like a layer of Oreos, and then you put it's like batter Oreos batter. That's kind of like what this feels like because the good amount of vanilla in there, um, very fudgy. I'm starting to get a bit more of the hazelnuts in there, and the coffee's starting to mellow down a little bit, letting the other flavors starting to shine. So that's good. Just definitely a lot of layers of flavor. So very so it's high bodied, low carbonated, very rich imperial stout, and it's funny how right now most of Horus's beers that are getting a lot of popularity are actually non-barrel aged, but I've heard that his barrel aged sours are also pretty amazing, and we'll see what the beers end up coming out as once he ages all those Ghost Hawks, and maybe when he ages Proper Dose. So we'll see if that gets maybe like if he does like bourbon or whiskey, like it'll get a nice barrel character along with all these ingredients and that rich mouthfeel that it already has. So yeah, just like moving the beer around, it's just like one big mass of liquid instead of like very light. Oh, definitely very nice beer. Completely dark. No. Yeah, so I don't really listen to the story so far, but I've heard that this album has been really good. So I would definitely recommend for everybody to check out. If you can get your hands on pretty much any Horus beer, he's been hitting it out of the park with all his Ghost Hawks beers, with apparently his sour beers as well. So if you ever get the chance, they're really rare. So if you get the chance, I would definitely say to get your hands on some and check out the band as well. The story so far, I know they have a big following. Horus even decided to sell some bottles along with the vinyl, so that was pretty cool. Apparently, it's one of his favorite bands of all time, and I believe he also gave them like a bunch of bottles. Maybe I'm guessing he must have given them maybe like a case or two for the band members. So that's pretty cool. It was an actual two-way collaboration instead of just him like trying to just borrow the name. So it's pretty cool. It's nice to see beer and music cross over into each other's like categories or genres. Definitely gonna sit on this beer for a good while tonight. Just gonna let it warm up. Try to get more flavors out of that later on. But yeah. I'm glad that I'm getting to try this beer by itself because, like I said in that share, I just wasn't able to appreciate the beer that much, and I still really liked it, but I didn't realize how good it was. Well, I did, but I didn't get the full experience. And now that 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 I get to try it like this, I definitely am raising my rating. So I gave it a 4.75, but I definitely think this is a 5 out of 5 beer. It's definitely world class. Um, I see why a lot of people are just trying their best to get their hands on them. A lot of trading. Um, the secondary value is pretty high. So, and this beer was pretty expensive even from the start. It was like $46, like with tax. So just because of all the ton of adjuncts that the beer has, but I think it was worth it. It it hurt a little buying it, but I think it was worth it. But yeah, I think that this concludes my my review. So until then, I'll hopefully hit up other San Diego Beer Week events and I'll post them on my Instagram and my Facebook. So just follow those, have a beer with Erik, and subscribe to my channel, comment, let me know if you've had the beer and if you like it and what you think of it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Cheers.